He was right. He'd only given a dozen blows, repositioned his chisel and struck half a dozen times more, when the quartz popped, and a slab of rock the breadth of his chest fractured away, clattering onto the floor of the short tunnel. Yorvig's whole world focused in on one spot, one vein, one colour. It was gold. There was a vein of bright gold ore, the width of his little finger, but the quartz all around was flecked with hard rock gold flakes the size of a fingernail. He'd exposed a narrow section, but it continued into the rock. This could be the edge of a lode that could make them all rich, that could send this claim from being profitable to being 1 in 100 or 1,000. It depended on how big the load truly was. All this hit him in one overwhelming moment of colour and quartz. Yorvig went to take a step back and nearly fell. The edge of the fallen chunk of quartz had landed on the side of his boot, pinching it. It had missed his foot, but it pinned the edge of his boot when he went to move. He hadn't even noticed the pressure. This wealth eclipsed the amethyst. Sledgefist and Hobblefoot could not deny they should mine it. This would solve their fight. They'd have to abandon their opposing drifts and move the labour here. With so much to be gained, the argument about shares could hardly be maintained. Yorvig's stomach sank, and he felt momentarily dizzy as another realization came. With so much more at stake, the argument could become worse than ever. This strike could put such a strain on their tenuous companionship that separating would be unavoidable. But who would abandon the claim? Who could? This was a chance at real wealth, the kind that could make the fathers of dwarf maids court them instead of the other way around, seeking husbands for their daughters. And why else were they out here in the wilds, except to establish their lines for the next generation? If they already had an agreement, if oaths were sworn to a Rinlin, they could all abide if a new strike was made, even a strike of surpassing worth. But there was no agreement. Telling them could send everything over a precipice.